I'd say, is that 30? Oh my God, I'm older than I think I am. 35 plus years of running. Gosh, I was really wanting to be able to go below 30, but oh well. But I thought I'd just share some running advice if you're wanting to start a running habit or jogging. If you've never run before, I'm going to start the very basics. So let's say that you are just actually getting started exercise, but you would love to be able to run, let's say, a 5K for the first time. First, let's get your feet on the ground for a period of time. So once you can say, let's say, walk comfortably for 3 to 4 miles without feeling out of breath or hurting, and have some good shoes and just got your good pace, that is a good time to start a walking jogging pattern. So let's say that you are able to walk 3 miles most days of the week without any issue. Great. And to start that, I would just start with maybe a block, then add, if you're feeling good, maybe 2 blocks the next time you go out. But don't just go out and just try to walk as far as you can until you do. That's just setting yourself up for disaster. It's kind of that all or nothing thinking. It's like weekend warriors who come in with injury. My goal for any habit, for any of my patients and myself, is no injury, at least minimize the possibility of injury. Doesn't mean it won't happen, because it will. There was one time I was running we lived in Ohio, and I was really tired. My husband's like, oh no, let's go running. I was like, because I was training for a New York Marathon, and I ran over some grass going from the road to the sidewalk. You can imagine how that ended. There's a big hole that I didn't see because the grass was overgrown, and I fell and I broke my foot. So if you're really not feeling it one day, maybe somebody's trying to tell you not to go out. Anyway, so I ended up taking the MCAT with a broken foot because of that, which is the medical entry, school entry. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But with that being said, just increase it time to time. But now back to, let's say that you're walking 3 miles or so, and your goal is a 5K, which is 3.1 miles, and which is a fantastic way to start. There's so many fun runs and stuff. It's a great way to get started on your first running adventure and fun. But what I would encourage you to do is maybe you could do time or distance. So if there are, let's say, telephone poles in your area, you could walk between poles and then run to the next pole. Walk, run. Or you can do, let's say, run a minute or 30 seconds even, that's okay, and then walk double that. So that gives your time for your heart rate to come on back down so that you are ready to go to the next one. And that's a fabulous way to do it. The other way you can do it like I am, you can continue your walking habit, maybe pull back on the mileage and just either run in the beginning or run at the end, equivalent of, let's say 3 or 4 minutes, and then just that would be your training for the day. And then each week add a minute or distance, add a little bit more distance. So a few different ways to do it, distance and time. And I think what you want to do is kind of like with weight training. You want to do a progressive training, right? So with weight training, your goal would be to get progressive overload, so that each week you're adding either more reps or sets or weight, right? And making sure that your form is very good. The same with running. You want to make sure that you're upright, you feel comfortable. There's a thing called chi running, which I've trained in before, which is really awesome, and really talks about the mechanics and really working with your body's mechanics, so it's less effort to run, and you will find that you're able to go further. And so it's Chi or CHI running. Check it out. I took a live, actually went and someone trained me on an all-day training, and it was really awesome. And if you're just new to the whole running and you're concerned about mechanics and that type of thing, that would be great. You also might want to make sure that when you're buying a running shoe, if there's any areas that feel constricted or tight, go up a half a size. And really speak to someone who's knowledgeable in running. Like REI is great, or some of these running only stores, because they'll have people there that probably run themselves. They are looking at feet all day. They're talking to people who have different shoes. So for like myself, I have a very narrow foot and eerily long toes, and like finger-like toes. They're kind of disturbingly long. Like you could play a piano long toes. And so, yeah, so I need something that has a narrow ankle so I can grab hold of that heel and it won't slip out, but also a big enough, not wide necessarily, but long enough without a sharp curve. Like Nike, a really sharp curve. I cannot run in Nike shoes ever, because of these long toed, like spaghetti toe type things. And so what I run in is Brooks, and I found Brooks are great. You can do minimalist running if you want. I've done that fair share of that. I found it over longer distances, it's just not the best for my foot, but some people swear by it. You do probably have a better running stance. One other way to do running, just to get a good feel of it, is if you have the ability, is to run in the grass or run on a bare floor barefoot, because you're going to naturally land the way you should. So shoes are just there to cushion and protect you, but the running could be part where it could be helpful. So that would be my suggestion on the running, and then just start small. And like I said, you always want to attach it to an anchor habit of something you're already doing. Mine was a little later today again because we went on a little walk later today because, well, the time changed and it's messing with my head. So yeah, so I hope that helps. Tomorrow I will be at, well, 3 sets. We'll see how that goes at my resistance training, 300 jumps on the jump rope. But I'm thinking of changing up my jump rope a little bit to do Norwegian 4x4. So if you're interested in that, we'll see how that goes tomorrow. I'll let you know what that is tomorrow as well. So thanks everyone. I hope this is helpful, and maybe I'll see you on the road.